Alright. Going to Petro Park in Perry Township to get my exercise in. Figured I'd show you the way there, or the way that I go there. I'm just trying to adjust my camera so you can see the... I don't know why it's at that level. Let me do something. There, that's better. It's at the lowest setting, so you should be able to see something. But doing these steps for work because we have a contest, and since I've been to a few of the same parks over and over again, I'd figure I'd go to a different one. Right there, that A-Mart Express is where I get some of my scratch-offs. Fire department on the left. I'm on Cleveland Avenue. And certain parts of this road turns into different names. I'm heading south, but if you go north, it becomes South Main and North Main and North Canton. And once you get out of North Canton, it becomes Route 8 or 8. I think it's 800, then Route 8. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. But when you go further south on this road and you get into Canton South, then yes, it becomes Route 800. So I barely stop at that gas station. That says it's S&K on there, so I wonder if they bought that one too, because that used to be a Speedy Foods, I think. There's an American Legion just passing. Keep forgetting this is a Monday. Normally I'm at work on a Monday, but I had to switch a couple things around, and I'll be back on work. I mean, I'll be at work tomorrow, but I'll be working Friday, which is normally my day off. But just thought I'd show you some of the area as I'm driving to this other park that I've not been to in probably a long time, to be honest. But I'm going to drive through here, see what's going on. Now we're on McKinley Avenue. It sort of merged into McKinley because Cleveland Avenue only goes a one way when you reach a certain point. So, and across there is a pest control place, which it's amazing I'm seeing a car there. But this is Canton, Ohio. We're at the corner of 12th and McKinley. That building there, that white one, that used to be Marianne Donuts, and the Dumont's sporting goods store is still there. Some of these buildings I'm familiar with, and some of them I'm not, so I'm not going to really talk much about them if I don't know. And obviously I'm going to stop for the yellow because it'll turn red faster than you can say you know what. And we have bike lanes But 9 times out of 10, the people don't use them. They prefer to be in the middle of the road. They were put in for the specific reason. This church to the right here, coming up, has been there for a long, long time. And this church here has been around for ages. 6th Street, I used to live in an apartment building on 6th Street when I was, well before I was ever married the first time. Used to go into that. I don't know why I just tried pointing. I didn't move the camera, but I passed what used to be a bookshop. I used to go in there and look at books. Now we're coming up to what used to be Timken High School on the right here, but now it's an annex of McKinley High School. Alright, passing the Canton Church there. No, that's not the one that McKinley worshipped in. His was, I think, another street over. There's High Street. Sorry, the way I have my phone set, you're not getting the full road, but we're on Tuscarora Street. That's all new because there used to be a hotel there, hotel, and it was known for a lot of illegal activity. They finally were able to tear it down, and now I don't know if those are apartments that they're putting in, but this used to be the Cuyahoga branch stop for Canton to get on the train and go up to the Cuyahoga Valley National Park. But for some reason, it must have not been effective for them to have the money because they just stopped running it. Here's one of the waterworks parks off to the right here that I've just come up to when I'm doing those other 2 park walks that I do on Sunday sometimes. Still on Tuscarora Street. There's 77 North, and off to the left, 77 South, going to Cambridge. I'm going to see if I can get all the way down to Perry Drive and going that way to the park. Because for the longest time, they were doing construction on that road, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it's been cleared up now. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do a little backtracking to get around. We're on the corner of Harrison and Tuscaroras. Can't believe it's almost 2 in the afternoon already. Now I'm hoping this holder holds my phone, because when it gets warm and that, sometimes it will lose its suction. church on the right there. You can see the tower that it is the bell tower, I believe, and it also is a church, or not a church. It's a Catholic school also. There's the party store that sometimes I'll get scratch offs at too. When I used to live down in this area, I used to live over off of the corner of Arlington and 9th Street. Coming up on the right at the corner of the traffic light, you might be able to see it now, is Davies Drugs, which has been an institution in Canton for many, many, many years. And then right next to that is Johnny's Bakery, which has been around for as long as I was a kid. And I'll be hitting 60 this year, later in the year. So I know it was probably around before I was born. Speedway gas station. I don't know what has happened with the place, but you go in there and you can pay for your gas at the pumps if you want, if you have a card, or you go in there and if you want to get something, the clerk will leave the counter, go get the item for you, and then bring it to you, and you'll pay her or pay him. But apparently they must have had a lot of theft, and that's why they do it. It just, to me, it's just inconvenience, because now you got to stand there and wait to have somebody come and get the item for you. It takes away your, I wouldn't say shopping pleasure, but the ease of being able to shop, because it's like, if I want this to drink, I should be able to look at it and see what it has. With me being diabetic, type 2, so I try to watch what I drink and stuff, to be honest. Right now I got a bottle of, I about grabbed it to show you guys, but I have the camera facing away from me. So I do have a bottle of water to drink as I'm hiking or walking or whatever I'm about to do. But a lot of our buildings sit vacant because of corporations have gone out. Like, I just passed a Rite Aid pharmacy. That building's been sitting vacant for many, many years. And Jackson Fire Department. For part of my life, I lived in Jackson. When I was going to high school, I graduated from Jackson High, just outside of Massillon in Jackson Township. And then Massillon Fire Department ambulance was passing us on the other side of the road. So this used to be called Country Fair. Okay, it still is Country Fair Shopping Center. So I used to come as a kid. There was a hobby store called Schrock's. They had this huge remote control racetrack in the basement. Oh man, this thing was like a 5-7 lane oval track that you could race these huge cars on. It was just amazing. I'd go down here. I was 5, 6, 7 years old. Go down in there and watch the older kids or the older people. At the time, to me, they seemed to be old, but I was just a child. But anyhow, would watch them race these vehicles and stuff, and it was just a blast. And in that plaza was a bowling alley, and I can't remember the name of it right now. I bowled there a couple times, but yeah, some of the stuff is gone, and I think the bowling alley still sits there, but I think it's abandoned, which I don't know why someone hasn't taken over, because it's in the basement of that plaza. Because if I would have drove on the backside of it, you would have seen where one of the entrance to the bowling alley was. The other entrance was on the top area, where there was like a door that you would go down steps. Now, I don't know if you'd be able to see a lot of it, but on the left right now, I don't know if you can. I'm passing Central Catholic High School. said, I don't have my phone set up where it's on a swivel one. It's just more locked into place. But we're in Perry Township now. We've been in Perry since I left the Tuscarawas Whipple Avenue entrance. That intersection is the area that was where it started to become Perry Township, and now I'm coming up to Perry Road or Perry Drive. I don't know why. And just up ahead used to be Hall of Fame bowling lanes, and then it was AMF lanes, and now it's called Bolero lanes. So, but that's the Perry Town Center, and they have a few things. Always nice to see a truck that knows how to drive, because there was no way for me to back up because I have at least a few cars behind me now. There's one of our Walgreens. They're basically all over the place. Alright, I gotta pay attention because, like I said, it's a Monday and we still have school in session, and it's about the time that some of the schools are letting kids out. As you see, there's a school bus. And there's a fire department to the right there. I'm not sure how quickly I need to announce things and how fast you guys are seeing stuff, but maybe if I can remember, I'll throw some stuff in as I edit this video. I'm not sure how quickly I'll get it edited or whatnot. Sorry, taking a drink. Going over tracks. Okay. Camera stayed in place. Alright, it says one lane road ahead. This is all changed from when I was a kid, so all this is all new to me. This Perry Township Recycling Center, it's on the left. You might be able to see some of the yellow containers, but yeah, that wasn't there when I was a kid. So like I'm just saying, some of this stuff is all new. Like this Hibachi Ninja Express wasn't there when I was a kid. None of this stuff was here. It was mainly, there was a fence, I think I'm coming up to it right now, on the left there's a fence company. It used to be called Hercules Fence, but yeah, so coming up on the bridge that's over top of 77 South. I don't think, no, I couldn't, this might be, no, I'm sorry, it is 77 South, yeah, because 30 is a little bit further down the road, okay. Alright, now I know some of these houses have been here. I think the church has been there, but I'm not sure if it's the same name or not. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been back in this area. I used to live in DeMar Allotment and Richville in Perry area, about 10 minutes out of the VAR. So I used to play baseball for Richville, Little League. One of these used to be, I think it's this Marathon, used to be a 7-Eleven. But now it's called the Perry Mart Food Store. Got got some vultures flying up ahead. So apparently some animal either got hit by a car or just crashed and burned for some reason, but they're off to the left. You wouldn't be able to see them if I'd have to move the camera, but I have it right now where I'm able to film and drive. So I apologize for only showing you certain parts of the road due to the fact on how I have this thing set up. But we are coming close to the entrance to the park. And then I'll film some of that, maybe take some pictures also. But I'll include this in my walking video for today for May the 4th. Here's one entrance to the Petro Lake Park. Unless they have changed this on me and that's how you get into it now. But there should be an entrance down here, unless I'm going to have to turn around. Okay, they do have the parking still here. All right, good. Because I was like, where's the parking I'm used to? So, yes, this is, look at that lake. Me and the boys have fished in there and got some bluegill, and I caught a turtle. Not one of my finest moments to catch a turtle, but I did. I caught a turtle. Turtle. And if you know that movie, then you're about as old as I am, and you got kids or grandkids that have watched that. Dana Carvey. Master Spy, I believe is what it was called. Alright, I'm going to turn off this video as I am now. Whoops, moving the camera and put my fat finger in the way. Alright. Oh, there I am. Okay. I'm going to get out and walk around here and do some filming maybe of this area. But it did take me a bit to get here, so talk to you after a bit. Bye.